A League of Legends fighting game is the sort of idea that 10 years ago would have sounded like it was pitched at 4 in the morning by someone who had not slept, eaten, or made a good decision in weeks. It belongs in the same fantasy realm as a Riot MMO, which now exists, or a League trading card game, which also exists. So at this point, Riot could announce a League of Legends themed tax filing simulator, and I'd at least wait for the trailer. And yet, somehow, against all odds, 2xKO is not just real, it's good. Like, annoyingly good. Class A Kino, even. Not flawless, not revolutionary in every respect, but absolutely real, tangible proof that Riot didn't stumble into this by accident. 2xKO is a free-to-play 2v2 tag fighting game set in a parallel take on the League of Legends universe. Characters you already know are stripped down, rebuilt as fighters, and thrown into an online brawl that you can either play solo or with a friend. Yes, actually, alongside a friend on the same team in a fighting game. A concept so powerful it feels illegal. If you've ever looked at a League character and thought, I wish this person had more funk, congratulations. This is the funk delivery system. In terms of pacing, 2xKO sits comfortably between traditional fighters like Street Fighter or Tekken and the absolute cocaine-fueled chaos of Marvel vs. Capcom. It's faster, flashier, but not unhinged. Crucially, the tag mechanics are the star of the show. Almost everything funnels back into how well you understand switching, assisting, and creating pressure through character synergy. And credit where it's due, Riot absolutely nailed it. The moment-to-moment feel of 2xKO is excellent. Inputs are responsive, animations flow beautifully, and the game rewards creativity without collapsing under its own systems. You can call an assist, charge a heavy, tag at the last second, and the game just understands what you were trying to do. No fighting the engine, no weird drops, it just works. At a beginner level, it's a fun, energetic tag fighter. At higher levels, it turns into a horrifying sandbox of possibilities. This is easy to learn, hard to master in its purest fighting game form, the kind of game where improvement feels intoxicating and demoralizing in equal measure. Then there's the fuse system. Fuses are team modifiers that dramatically change how your characters function together. If you've played Capcom vs SNK, think grooves, but turned up and given modern sensibilities. Some fuses let you chain supers, others alter tagging rules, others push one character into a more supportive role. They're transformative in a way that genuinely encourages experimentation. Most of them are excellent. One of them is not. Juggernaut Fuse removes tagging entirely, turning your team into one buffed up solo fighter. In theory, this is meant to ease players into the game. In practice, it feels like bringing stabilizers to a motorcycle race. After months with 2xKO, I genuinely struggle to see Juggernaut's place. It locks players out of the core appeal of the game, introduces balancing nightmares, and creates weird situations where either the Juggernaut player feels unstoppable or completely helpless, sometimes within the same match. If it were meant to be the onboarding path, Riot wouldn't recommend Double Down by default. Juggernaut feels like a compromise nobody asked for, and I'd honestly rather see it removed entirely, especially because 2xKO is already stacked with smart accessibility options. Pulse combos remove motion inputs entirely. The damage difference between manual execution and pulse combos is negligible for new players, which is exactly how it should be. Sidekick Fuse allows one player to focus on assists while their partner handles offense, which is genuinely one of the smartest onboarding tools I've seen in the genre. You're not punished for being new, you're eased in without being babied. That balance is hard to strike, and 2xKO mostly nails it. It also helps that the game is free. Free-to-play fighting games aren't new. Killer Instinct did it years ago. Brawlhalla exists, Granblue experimented, but 2xKO feels like the first time a live service model has been fully unapologetically embraced at this level of quality. Premium skins, battle passes, rotating cosmetics, all attached to a fighting game that genuinely feels on par with Street Fighter 6 or Tekken 8. Whether you like that model or not, the execution here is undeniable. But here's the thing, 2xKO is an ankle breaker. Even intermediate play gets complicated fast because tag mechanics inherently multiply decision making. Someone running 2x assist is playing geometry. Someone running double down is using supers as offensive cover in ways that feel downright criminal. You will hit the source faster than you expect, and the source is glorious, but it's also thick, and not everyone wants to drown in it. Certain characters, Yasuo and Echo in particular, are absolute war crimes in skilled hands. Yasuo can do things that made me laugh out loud in disbelief. Echo's kit is so loaded with tools that he feels like a Swiss Army knife duct taped to a time machine. These characters aren't strong because of numbers. They're strong because they were designed by people who really, really love fighting games and maybe hate you a little. Warwick has become a menace. Zoners are oppressive but stylish. Blitzcrank is a grappler's dream, a big, stupid robot who exists to ruin your evening. Every archetype is here, and almost all of them feel thoughtfully constructed. For fighting game veterans, this is paradise. For newcomers, I'm less certain. 2xKO makes a strong philosophical argument. You don't need to dumb down fighting games to attract new players. You just need to give them tools to engage with complexity on their own terms. It's a compelling argument, and if people can learn League or Valorant, why not a tag fighter? But Riot has gone all in on that belief. There's no story mode, no arcade ladder, no casual alternative mode, no equivalent to Street Fighter 6's World Tour or an ARAM style palette cleanser. If this direction works, 2xKO could be a genuine bridge between millions of players and fighting games. If it doesn't, this could be the most delicious rum and raisin ice cream ever made, desperately trying to win over vanilla enjoyers. As someone who has tried and failed to get friends into 2xKO, I remain unconvinced. What I am convinced of is the game's presentation. 2xKO looks phenomenal. It's vibrant, punky, and confident enough to carve out its own identity separate from League. If League is a hand-drawn illustration, 2xKO is a rebellious, cel-shaded remix. Characters pop, backgrounds are gorgeous, visual effects are crisp without becoming visual noise. Blitzcrank, in particular, feels reborn, less outdated robot, more industrial menace. The launch roster of 12 characters is solid, but repetition does creep in, especially given the tag format. You can only fight Warwick so many times before you start considering dog control legislation. Music is stylish, metal and electronic fusion, but oddly underutilized due to the dynamic system. Some themes slap, you just don't hear them often. A BGM selector would be a godsend. Netcode, though, exceptional. Matches are smooth, stable, and rarely frustrating, which makes the lack of cross-region matchmaking baffling. Riot's infrastructure is clearly capable. Hopefully this changes. I also love that a dedicated skin line helps fund grassroots tournaments. That's the kind of monetization that actually feels good to support. 2xKO is a fantastic fighting game. Not perfect, not the genre savior some hoped for. But for Riot's first real swing at a genre dominated by legacy franchises, it's a confident, technically impressive, deeply nerdy success. The question isn't whether 2xKO is good, it's whether enough people are willing to learn how good it is. 2xKO gets an 8 out of 10. If you enjoyed this review, leave a like and subscribe for more gaming reviews. See you next time.